Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Friday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to complete the free readings from this morning session. I did not get to any free readings. I just finished the donation, so you don't have to check that previous video. If you had a free reading, it'll be in this one here. Um, you'll notice there's no chat. I'm not taking any new reading requests for this session, but what is it? Almost about little over 3 hours from now at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be returning for an evening session. Also tomorrow night at the same time, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings I'm on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for a couple hours. So be sure to check me then if you want additional readings. All right, let me just shrink this down here and get some of the free readings over. So what I will do when I'm done with a session, I will post a comment listing the order in which the readings were completed, and that way you can find your reading more easily. All right, so let's jump into it. I am continuing using this arcana. Let me see. Let me grab the little box here because I like showing it's Arcanus or Arcani Animal Tarot from David Despasquale, or probably murdering the last name. I apologize, but that is the tarot deck we'll be using. And up first, we've got Miniheel. So Miniheel, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know for July general reading. Of course, if you haven't checked out the July monthlies, those are out as well. The playlist is in my main page. All right, I think we're all set to go here. And I'm just going to shuffle these for all free readings. And let's take a look here. I'm going to go one more time. Hey, Mr. Fly, we have a nice little fly visiting us, bringing us spirit messages. All right, so the top becomes the bottom, the middle becomes the top, and no, we'll do it this way. All right. So Miniheel, wow, look at this. So for the beautiful month of July, you have the Ace of Cups, which is new love headed your way. It begins with heightened love of finding your self-love, raising your own love vibration, of course. And that draws in a different type of individual for you. So I feel like you've been looking at your self-love, looking at your self-worth, looking at your old belief systems, and doing some significant shadow work. I would say since the beginning of the year. Feels like over the last 6 months, you've really been focusing in on that. You're going to see some of the results where you're not going to be drawing in individuals that you would have drawn in before, because you're not doing the things you were before. You're not who you were before. You're raising your love vibration. Show me this little shark charm. You're not drawing in the sharks. You're not drawing in the same type of individual that you used to. So I like that. There's the draw is different, and because of that, you're going to draw in someone that matches that inner love that you have instead of the old. So I like this progression, newness. It's someone completely new that comes in here that you meet. It's bringing you a different type of mirror that's coming in. So I like that for you. So that's what they have. So definitely that, but definitely check out your July monthly as well for more details. Right. So that's what you have, Miniheel. So many blessings to you. And then new love. Hello, hello. So you ran into P again, and his son was with him. Why are you meeting him in such weird places? Is there a soul tie? What's going on here? We got the Page of Swords. So they're definitely a message for you. They're a messenger. And it's more of a not so much like you're destined to be like, married and that type of thing. Fly, I'm gonna like head out a fly. But there's this the Page of Swords is movement of knowledge, seeing things from a different perspective. I just feel like again there was this message of they're a messenger, they're bringing you and they're being brought across your path so that you can look at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about things, about what does this mean? What do their actions or non-actions, words or silence mean about me? How am I using things of the outside world to define my self-worth, right? The story I'm putting to things. What emotions am I choosing? Swords are thoughts and beliefs, so it's mainly up here, but it can also be, thoughts, I'm sorry, emotions and energy and physical action. But I feel like they're starting with, what is this fear? What are these triggers that are coming up? What thoughts are being brought to me so I could question them? And this is their purpose, is a messenger. Um, but I don't feel like a soul tie. I don't feel like, the marriage. I mean, we all have soul ties with so many people, these soul agreement that I'm supposed to like keep appearing here in front of you, and they're following nudges of spirit to go, hey, you want to go to the blah blah blah, let's go. And so they're having it stand out, but it's mainly to question, not to actually have like a deep relationship with, by what I'm feeling with the card coming in. Right? So that's what they have for you, new love. So many blessings. And then Kritika Malhotra. Hi. So are you gonna find out a truth or a revelation about something, specifically a potential lover or secret admirer or a family member? All right. Are you gonna find out a truth or revelation? You have the Queen of Cups, which is, she's like very intuitive, trusting your intuition, your gut. I feel like you're not going to get it like um a revelation from the outside world. I feel like you're going to get it from the inside. The Queen of Cups, empathic abilities, feeling, sensing those things. Um, you're going to be getting messages. And I feel like eventually they'll be confirmed, but not really in the near future. Because I feel like what you're going through is a time of sensing and feeling, and you're getting stuff and you're like, I wonder, why am I thinking that? Why am I feeling that? Why do I feel like this is a situation? And you find out later because that's what it was. But you're not getting confirmation like right away. It's more in the future, because you have to have this period of time that you're experiencing all this stuff where you're like, what is all this? But I feel like you're like supposed to be getting all of this confirmation as they happen. It's more a group of them. You find out a variety of stuff afterward, later, like a couple months away. And then you're like, oh, okay, so that's what all this was. But now you know what it will be, but you can kind of wait for the confirmations, because I feel like you're in a almost like a training period from spirit, because you wanted during this time to develop these ways of thinking and these ways of being and connecting with that part of yourself. So interesting. I like that. But that's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings. And then Sen, you are up. Love reading. All right. Whoa. We got the Knight of Wands coming in. So there is going to be someone coming across your path here that's mainly about here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. Knight of Wands is more about um, energetic and physical attraction, someone who's very passionate, someone fiery, very much so like, okay, Fido, quit humping my leg. Almost to that much, where you're like, all right, let's take it slow. You don't have to like, come on so strong. But they come on very strong, very, very passionate, very, you know, um, that attraction kind of feel. Um, and so just be aware of that. Now there is, love comes in there too. I mean, I'm seeing these pop up here. So we've got I got these charms that I'm starting to use, and we've got the hot lips, which is kind of that energy, right? It's but also matching that red, which comes later, is the heart. So there is love that comes from it, but they don't just leap into it. out of nowhere, they, progress, and that's kind of how they're very protective of their heart, so they don't offer it right away. But emotion, not emotion, but passion, and they'll do that. It was funny. Saw a video earlier. It was like, I think it was on Instagram. I was just scrolling, and they had a little brief thing where this lady, she's like a relationship person, and they're talking about the more that women have intimacy and reached the fulfillment of that. That's I have to say it here for YouTube. They gain attachment and bonding to the person. Um, Men, the more that they reach the heightenedness of intimacy, they actually debond in the beginning. So they were talking about, and don't beat up me up, any men in here. They they said, the longer you make them wait, the more bonding is in place in both heart and in connection. So that makes sense. It's like there's this chemical aspect to it all that allows us to bond together if we wait and don't just jump on the first date kind of thing. So all of that, I guess, was supposed to be for you or someone else or all of us, but that's what's coming in. All right, Kritika. Many blessings. Not Kritika, sorry, Sen. All right, and then Amber, you are up, and you want a general read. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. So you have the Four of Swords coming in here, and this is about looking at some things in your life about, this is peace of mind, but you can see how they're kind of resting on the sword there. These three swords up here are our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, these lower vibrational, supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's. So this, whatever is coming into your life and whatever feels like it's triggering, this is about taking a step back, trying to get to this placeful peace in your mind. Big deep breaths help you get out of the fight or flight mode. And then you're able to kind of just watch it like a movie, not like you're re experiencing it, but look and go, what am I fearing? What's at the root of this? Because those three of swords represent like expectations equal disappointment and feelings of heartbreak and these lower vibrational type of experiences that come that are tied to these small t truths rooted in fear. And the more we experience that, almost knocked over my light. Yeah, don't want to knock over the light, right? It's this and that's the fear, right? Whoa, sudden things happen and we get distracted by the fears, the usually emotional fears that pop up. But this is about take a step back, see things from a different perspective, see things with clarity, which allow you to then, all right, I can make decisions with a clear mind instead of a reactive mind. You're able to respond instead of react, um, through all this. So I like this that they're saying try to step away from the situation, try to take a step back, see it from this space of clarity and calmness, and then you're able to see things. But if you're looping in fear, when we go into fight or flight mode, when our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control, what happens is we boot out the calm thinking, clear thinking, intelligent side of us, and also the loving, compassionate side. We become a little 2-year-old with its pet hissy ninja cat that just wants to defend and attack and, or run like crazy, hiss and run, or hiss and attack, or hiss and attack and then run. And then there's this poor choices that are made, or less successful choices, we'll put it, because there's no judgment with it, but we can take a step back and go, now I see what I want to do from a place of calm. So I like that for you. Hopefully that helps, Amber, but that's what they have. So many blessings. And then Magana, hi. So what's coming for you in the month of July? All right, be sure to check out the July monthlies that are out as well. You've got the Justice card coming in. The Justice card is you can see all about the balancing of things here, and then the Ace of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective. Justice is blind, but it's like seeing things with clarity, balancing out the way we're perceiving things. And these are some long held beliefs because I feel like July brings in these challenges of, you know, I wouldn't say obstacles, but obstacles because they're things that you've chosen in this coming month to see. And it's like the blind, but it's I can't see past this until I work through that. And then I remove that and then I see things more clearly because these are thoughts and beliefs of fear that are binding and keeping it there. And that's what I like about this month is big clarity, big ahas, seeing things from a very, capital T truth, unconditional love from a higher viewpoint that allows you to cut away these other things, allows you to move past it. So a lot of clarity for sure coming in, and some, at least one, if not two, huge ahas that are just like, wow, this is something that's been impacting my life in a lot of different areas, and there's clarity that comes in. So I like that for you. I was trying to think of like asking them what area, like what can you give us an example, but they're not really bringing anything. I'm trying to think of an aha, but they're just not letting me get past it. So they're like, no, they'll find them. So you don't need you'll know, and you already know. I feel like one of them, you're like, yeah, I know there's something I've been really struggling with, and you're going to get some good clarity and movement through it. And then there's something else that kind of builds off of it a couple weeks after that. So I like it. All right. So that's what you have, Magana, right now. Anyway, but be sure to check out your monthly for July too. All right, many blessings. Okay, and then Happy PL, you are up. Hello, hello. So, what do you need to know for your highest good? All right. Queen of Wands, you are so much more powerful than you have ever been taught to believe here. Let's see here if I can get it to focus again. Come on. Come on. Not sure why it's being funky, but it's like a giant phoenix coming in. And it looks like it comes in when I do that. But you're so much more powerful and so much more connected to spirit than you've been convinced to believe, right? The Queen of Wands, she rolls over the wand suit, so it's powerful. Manifestation energy, like you can really focus and get things done when you want it to do, when it's something that you want, to do, not what everyone else wants you to do. There's also, the Queen of Wands, she has great spiritual energy, but all the queens are given a second portion of cups. And with that combination is someone that has a very strong connection to the spirit world, but you have to ask of them. They won't just meddle in your life. You have the ability in this giant maze of life that we have. You can't see over the walls, but they're seeing the eye in the sky. They can see things from a higher perspective. So as you're going and you hit a wall and you're like, well, I can go left or I can go right. What is for my highest, good? That you can ask spirit. That's so funny. This is the message of this card. That you ask them left or right, and they're like, hang a right. And you're like, all right. And then boom, things happen wonderfully. And people are like, how can you do that? So what you can know for your highest good is you can ask of them for your highest good, but you ask of your own free will, because they will not meddle in our life until we ask them. There's certain things that we ask them before we come down here. Can you guys do this? And they're always doing that. But I call it the honey-do list, right? Hey, honey, can you do these? And like, yeah, we're on it. But what we're down here is our human side. We can ask them of our own free will for guidance, for answers, for clarity, to make, decisions, no brainers. Can you give me information just to, because I'm going back and forth. I need to just something that shows me an answer. And they're like, boom, you're like, thank you. And then you make a decision. And so I feel like it's important for you to know that you can ask them, you have a strong connection, and they will show you in whatever way you need to see it to be able to see it. and that you are so much powerful, you can manifest things, but be aware of where you're focusing your energy too. Because if you focus your energy on lower vibrational things like what you hate, what you fear will come into your life or not come into your life, or focus on what I'm missing, I feel like I'm missing in my life, or what I'm wanting that I haven't received, we grow all those feelings and we make them bigger. Things are pushed away from us to not come in so we can experience the wanting and the missingness and all that. But if you focus on gratitude and focus your energy, then that can also draws in higher vibrational things. Queen of Wands, very powerful manifestation energy. So I feel like especially like this month coming up here, like now in the next 4 to 6 weeks, like until the end of July, I feel like you are in a heightened manifestation period, like your planets are in alignment or something, where when you ask and you focus on something, it comes fast. Focus on lower vibration, but the thing is when you focus on something else, this drifts away and this comes in fast. So things come in and leave faster, and it's a time to realize, how powerful you are. I just feel like this is something that you need to know. All right. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pills. So many blessings to you. And then motivation. You are up. So motivation, if you didn't understand with my very thick whatever accent I was doing, I have never idea what it is. But what's good coming your way for this July? All right, perfect. And of course, don't forget to check out your July monthlies. I have a playlist on my main page for each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, you have a nice stability coming in here with the Four of Pentacles coming in. So, these are the three pentacles of the outside world. And the fourth pentacle is what you find on the inside. The stability that comes this way here for July for you, big message that this person, learns what we learn through this card is that when we define ourselves by the outside world, three different areas, that's what those three up top are, these three up here. Well, I guess you can't really see it that far away, right? So these three up here are relationships, situations, and things. These three are unstable. They're, relationships, of course, are with humans, usually, unless it's a dog or a cat or fur babies, fin babies, gill babies, whatever, but humans, even animals and anyone that we have a relationship with, people people change, people walk away, people pass away, animals pass away. So those relationships are unstable. They're not forever and they're temporary. So if we define our worth by those, then we feel unstable. Situations, the next one, jobs, education, social status, any kind of situations that we can get into, always changing, never stays the same forever, unstable, right? And then things like our bank accounts, our bodies, our possessions, all of that, um, those things, they break down, they deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down. They, are all temporary. So any of those things that we define our worth by, those are unstable. And then we, um, we feel unstable because our worth is in that. But when we get tired of that, bored with it, disappointed enough, then we turn inward and upward. That's where we find the only really stable thing in this realm, which is the eternal. Eternal is very stable, unconditional, no conditions, nothing we have to do to earn it or lose it. That eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms for us. Then we realize we're priceless. And this stability that changes as you realize that in this, coming July, big, big, big steps in those directions. We realize that um, I have everything I need within me. I feel that fulfillment. The outside world, what felt lacking and falling short, suddenly feels abundant and overflowing because I'm feeling full here and I'm feeling stable here. The instability and falling short and disappointment of the outside world also changes. Doesn't mean I stop wanting things in the outside world. I just stop needing them in the outside world. It got very bright suddenly. The sun came out. It's ricocheting off this big white wall of the house next door. I'm like, hey, everybody. And then the sun comes out, and you're like, ah, that's what happens. It does change our life from feeling dark and low to bright and overflowing. So I love that. But that's what's coming in there for you. So many blessings to you, motivation, and how it's getting dim again. All right. And then Julie, ancestral and angel message. All right. What do they have here for you? Ooh, look, you got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups for you with this message is about the past life journey and the past life adventures. So, there's this great, message that comes through here for you because they're like, they're not minimizing this lifetime, but they're like, when you are able to really see who you really are, when you realize how many multiple lifetimes that you've had, so many of them, and so many future lifetimes, that this is one little drop in the bucket of a whole huge sea of experiences in different lifetimes. And that though we are here experiencing this in this moment, we're experiencing a bunch of other things that this human is not. We're veiled as this human. Um, this planet's one of the few that have a veil where we can't remember, or we chose not to remember temporarily, who we really are. These powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings who are made of unconditional love. So powerful. A lot of other, I guess you can call them, avatars that we are living and experiencing in different universes, different dimensions, different things. We all are aware of all of that happening at the same time as those different avatars. But this one, we're kind of blinded, and so we get kind of overwhelmed with this lifetime thinking, whoa. But when they're like, come here, let's just take you up for a moment, see the big picture of who you are, then this lifetime becomes smaller, and it becomes, um, not any less important, but less. It's like we don't sweat the small stuff because we realize, look who we are. I'm here for the experiences. And I feel like they want you to know that, so you can see all the many lifetimes, you can see a variety of things, and life is like time is a circle. It's not linear, and we can see all the different lifetimes that we're experiencing, and we can get little glimpses of here and there through past life readings and a past life, ask them to reveal themselves to us, show me my past lives. We'll see them in dreams. We'll notice when we're attached to certain things in our life too. Like I know, like I talked earlier in the session about, like when I see things about Mongolia and how they lived on the plains, and I feel such a connection to them that I know I was some sort of medicine woman or medicine man or shaman or something among tribes on the plains, because it just feels like, yeah. And then you a Buddhist monastery up in the mountains, and I'm like, yeah, that it resonates, and it can't be from this lifetime, because I'm like, I never had any of that stuff. But it's past lives, and we can realize that. And I feel like they just want you to know that a lot of this connection you have to all these different places in the world and different times in the world, that it's real. And I feel like it's important for you to know that. And if you want to know any of your past lives, if you don't do past life readings yourself, or have friends or whatever, I do offer past life readings too, which are all listed in the description box down below on my main page at my website at brettazen.com if you're interested. Just want to make sure you're aware that's an option if you so feel inclined. But that's what I feel is coming through for you right now, Julie. So many blessings. Excuse me, let's take a sip here. All right. And then Patty. Hey, Patty. So, you want to know, what are your boss's plans with regards to your position in the company? All right. So let's see here. What are your boss's current plans based on energy? All right. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got the 10 of Pentacles, so it does feel abundant. It does feel like it's fulfilling. This is like a very abundant card that comes in here. So we definitely, it feels very positive. It feels like, um, I mean, if I was gonna say if I did, I was gonna say if I didn't know any better, I would say you're gonna get a raise or a promotion or reward of some kind. It just feels it's abundance, and so you feel this abundance that comes from that. So I feel like they're trying to make the most of, your position in the company, and it just feels very supported and very, very much that. So I feel like they're not doing a good job at showing you what kind of job you're doing, but I feel like this it feels very positive. With the 10 of Pentacles. So I don't know what to tell you, Patty. It feels very good. So hopefully that helps. But I still feel, because weren't you going to be looking to go somewhere else anyway? And I must feel like there's a little bit of wheel of fortune that whatever unfolds, your human side is going to be happy with too. Because it's going to see how it's for you, whatever unfolds. It just feels like your life is full because of whatever decisions they make. So if they don't reward you, you're going to find a job and it's going to be like the whatever decisions or whatever they communicate with you just allows you to go, fine, I'm going to go do this. And you're like, wow, I'm so glad I did, kind of energy. So it's like spirit saying, either way, whatever their decisions are, doesn't matter. It's what decisions you're going to make that bring you in this abundance that comes in here. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Patty. So many blessings to you. And then Nelia, your free reading, any messages from your guardian angels? All right. Yeah, you got the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is about you realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped. And I'm so sorry that these are not like coming in super clear. Oh, there we go. Super clear. Eight of Swords. So that blinds you and binds you and make you feel trapped and restricted. And, there is this, release of old ways of thinking that come in here. And so whatever is popping up, what triggers keep on coming up, they're coming up for you to not run from, right? Of course. It's to flow through, and then once the trigger has been triggered and it has reset, then you're able to go, okay, what was this about? What's fear is at the root of this, so I can transform and understand it and look at it differently so that I can not have to have this reactive trigger that comes up in these situations and other situations, that I can start triggering less and less and having more energy invested in moving forward and enjoying the adventures instead of recuperating from these reactions that happen, right? So it's like they're showing me, that's so funny how they're showing it to me. Your spirit guides are funny. It's like if I eat like this certain meal from a restaurant and I always break out, and not really, but they're just showing me this. You eat something from this restaurant and you break out in hives and you're like, oh my God. And then you have to put stuff on it, calamine lotion and stuff, and feel better and take your little shots and all that. And all right, but why do I keep breaking out when I have that meal? and in that meal, and then you find out that there's this certain chemical they use, like maybe MSG, and it's like, I'm allergic to that. Oh, wow. So what I can have this meal as long as I get it without MSG, or maybe it's avocados that I'm allergic to. So as long as I get it without avocados, I'm good. Same with that meal. Okay, I get it. So instead of investing energy to recuperate, we're trying to find out what is it that I'm allergic to in life so that I can Oh, okay. I'm not allergic to everything. There's just something within it that I am. Once I realize it and I transform it, then I spend more time enjoying life instead of recuperating from the hives. So hopefully that makes sense, Nelia. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. Right. And then MMC, you are up. So general for next week, career advice. Yeah, the Six of Swords. So there is this movement coming in here with the Six of Swords. It's movement from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And it's about letting go of some fears, letting go of some supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must, being more open minded allows flow and allows movement. So instead of being like so adamant about a position or a job or how you're doing it. It's about being more open, and there is movement that happens because of it with the Six of Swords. This can also be movement across water, in because this change of thought and belief in here initiates and creates change in the outside world as well. And I feel like this is what's happening is you're doing some inner change that's changing things in the outer world, which does spawn and create movement into a different way. So I like this. It's positive, it's flowing, it's movement, 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 air, energy. So it is movement of communication. So I feel like you'll get some communication that's important that comes in next week regarding career as well with this. So within 6 days. So that would put you through next week, 6 or 7 days. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, MMC. So many blessings to you. And then we've got Patricia. You are up. Oops. Sorry, grabbing stuff all over the place here. Let me just move some more of these free readings over here. All right. So, Patricia, you want a weekend angel message. All right. Let's see what Spirit has you for you. And you get the devil. This is Capricorn, Saturn energy. It's not as scary as they are, which this is not so scary with it being the way they have drawn them here. But this is about this weekend is going to be a challenge in that not a challenge, but that your some significant thoughts and beliefs and mindsets will be challenged. That's what the devil, shadow, Saturn, Capricorn is about doing the work. We have a Capricorn full moon today in a few hours. So I feel like it's important for you here. Make sure to check out the pick a card that I have um, with the Capricorn full moon energy because we have Capricorn full moon now and a Capricorn full moon in July. Yeah. So I feel like this coming in here, it's important because it has great release energy. And so be sure to check that out. And because I feel like the pick a card you choose will also be an additional message for you. But you are releasing some long held, like couple long held beliefs that are allowing you to have movement forward. And so whatever these experiences are that are happening in the outside world actually allow you to move past that and to have this forward movement. So I like that. But be sure to check that out. If you can't find the pick a card, comment in this video and I'll grab the link for you. I don't have a chat going, so I can't throw it out here. It was in the chat of the earlier session. If you want to check it out there in the beginning, I posted a variety of different links to some free videos, and that was one of them. So um, whatever you're able to find there. All right. So that's what they have for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. It's an adventure. It's like a scavenger hunt. Now go here, look at that video that has a message for you. Has release energy for the full moon, and then also a pick a card. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So many blessings. All right. And then BJ, hello, hello. You are very welcome for your free Zen Cricket membership. I'm glad that you were selected. You want to know how will your new relationship with Fulop, I probably messed that up. Spirit knows, but how will it go in the future? All right, Five of Swords, transformational, that comes in here. Feel like there are, the head and the heart battle through this. It's it helps look at your thoughts and beliefs around a relationship and understanding here. One thing that can help, because there's so many possibilities of wherever this goes. That's why they haven't given me like an ultimate outcome, but they're saying here with the Five of Swords that there's this battling going back and forth between head and heart in both of you. And um, the transformation, what helps with all this is learning to focus on what you appreciate about someone, especially in newness when we're just starting to get to know someone. We don't have a whole lot of expectations. And so when we meet someone, like down here, this is our expectations and this is what they bring. And we're like, wow, look at how wonderful they are. But as we hang around with them more, our expectations rise. They become less and less wonderful, right? Till eventually we get married and we're like, what happened? But it's our expectations that are changing, not them. So the more we can keep our expectations low and focus on what we're grateful with them, sharing what we're grateful about them, and what they're not doing, and oh, they're not texting back fast enough, they're not paying enough attention, they're not initiating this, they're not doing this, they're not doing that. We grow that, and then that becomes more. When we focus on things we're grateful for in them, it becomes more, and they'll do more of that in other things too, especially if we communicate it with them. You know what I love about you is, you never give up on your friends, and you give them specific examples, and you just like share something with them. I love how you always know the right time to text me, um, and it just brightens my day, and I'm so grateful for that. They're like, "Wow, I'm gonna text you more." It's but we're like, "You never text me enough." Well, that doesn't encourage them to do more, it encourages them to do less, right? So I feel like it's an important piece of the evolution of your relationship. They're not focusing on the outcomes, they're focusing on letting go of attachment to outcomes, attachment to expectations, enjoy who they are, enjoy the adventure. And that um, is what your spirit guides are saying. Here's the advice to help it go in the direction that you're wanting it to go. But right now, there's just so many possibilities. They're not, showing the future can end up in so many different ways, of course. Um, but based on current energies, I feel like if we focus on who they're not being, then it's going to end in conflict, is what they're saying. But it doesn't have to if you just look to those expectations. So hopefully that helps, BJ. That's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. There we go. I think the frog has left the building in here. All right, Alice, you are up. What are Harris's plans for the weekend? All right. Woo-hoo. Well, we got the Two of Cups, which is important relationship time. So there's definitely this putting an importance on the relationship. And I just feel like there's some romance in the air with that too. I don't know, it just feels like, I mean, I'm getting all these because that was red, and I'm having all these, you know, red charms that are popping up here with there's the red hot lips. Where did it go? When went hiding here? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many of these. See if I can show them here without them getting too out of focus. But you got the hot lips. There it goes. You've got the little love heart that's coming in here. Kind of matches my background. You've got this this ring here is reminding me just like there's opportunities with that, and I know it could have been a ring, but I just feel like, and there's they want to get lucky, the Four of Clubs. I feel like they went to like the four-leaf clover, and they have a new moon, even though it's a full moon. New moon is all about newness and take things to a new level, and it just feels very like they're wanting a newness of things, but I just feel like it feels like it wants to take things to a new level, a different level, a higher level, not, I don't feel like it's anything bad. Um, but I do love that. Oh, look at this one. So I can get it to crystallize here. It's a heart that has a bunch of crystals in there anyway. But it feels very, very much passionate and but importance of relationship, and they're wanting to do something special, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in here, there, Alice. So we shall see what happens. That's their current intentions or current energy. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Manya Agarwal. Hello, hello. Thank you for liking the stream. Want to know what are Moksha's current feelings towards you? All right, let's take a look here. They here with the High Priestess card, there's a lot of emotion that flows below the surface with this. But there's this energy here of stepping back, trying to see things from a different perspective, trying to understand things, trying to look behind the veil, dive deep into their emotions, kind of feel a bit reclusive with their energy right now, with these feelings. And I just feel like they're trying to get a good perspective and try to tune in to, their higher selves, who I want to be, what do I want? They're like seeking, seeking, seeking. But very emotional with the high priestess. It's kind of Pisces energy, but it's got all of that water energy of emotion that's attuned in with this card too. So I feel like they're trying to understand what they're feeling, what they want, who am I, uh, but kind of reclusive where they feel like they're trying to figure out everything, right? So there are emotions and feelings there. I just feel like they don't know how they feel about themselves and life and whatever, I just feel like a lot of confusion that comes in here with them, but they're wanting to step back and understand what's going on. So that's what's happening right now, Manya. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Sean G, for your free reading, and thanks for your donation earlier. Guidance for the weekend, Eight of Wands. There's a lot of energy, a lot of stuff that comes in here. And the Eight of Wands is pay attention to the messages that Spirit's bringing you, because the Eight of Wands is there's a big flow of energy that's happening, but this allows them to bring confirmations and messages in the outside world, whether it's license plates, bumper stickers, songs you hear, over conversations you overhear, whatever, just things in the outside world are like, oh wow, and synchronicities, numbers repeating themselves, all sorts of fun stuff. And then you'll have thoughts that'll just be triggered in your head, like I wasn't thinking of that. Why did that just come out of nowhere? Emotional waves of energy, and energetic, like spiritual energy flows. So I feel like that this weekend there's just messages galore from spirit all over the place, and their guidance is to trust the signs that we give you and just take a big deep breath and step back and look and watch and listen and be aware. Go into this weekend with your eyes wide open, your antennas up, listening to spirit, your ears, you know, paying attention, because they have a ton of messages that they're giving you to help guide you throughout the weekend. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Sean G. So many blessings to you. All right. And let me just bring some more of these free readings up here. All right. And then hello, question mark. A general reading for July, the first week. All right, absolutely. Of course, for the whole month of July, be sure to check out the July monthlies that are out there. Yeah, you have the strength card coming in here. And so this is here really, it's your the infinity symbol represents our higher self. There's usually a maiden on the card, and the lion represents our human self. And so there very much is this connection of of or message of connection to your higher self during this period. It's important for you to really step back and step into your strength of who you really are on the inside, and knowing that you have everything you need within you, and this connection to your higher self allows you to see it as the light gets brighter again. Here comes your higher self. Oh, step into the light. They will definitely shine light on things. This Leo energy, it's like the strength card and the sun card. It's the sun shines bright. It comes out. It lightens everything up. It shows the shadows more distinctly, allows you to see a lot. So a lot of clarity comes in from this connection to your higher self the first week. What's available to you if you choose to open your eyes and see it. If you close your eyes when the sun comes out, then guess what? I don't see anything. You see darkness or the red veins in your eyes. If you've ever been laying out and the sun, you can see the veins and stuff in your eyelids. That's all you'll see. So I like that for you. So eyes wide open, your higher self is going to be showing you a lot about life during that first week, especially um, 7-7. It's a beautiful portal for you to see into things. Seven, the chariot card, the power of choice. So I feel like after a week of having clarity, that July 7th, you make a lot of important decisions on that date. So that's what's coming in. All right, so that's what they have for you. Hello, many blessings. And then, almighty great chords. So your sister and you have been arguing. What should you do? Stop. No. You got the Nine of Swords coming in here. Nine of Swords represents nightmares and insomnia, fear, 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 fear. So with your sister and you arguing, one, realize that, and that was a joke from your spirit guides about stop. You don't have to accept the invite to argue, and you can stop sending out invitations to argue, right? Because arguing is the battle trying to prove that my small t truth rooted in fear is more truer than your small t truth rooted in fear. I'm right and you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it. Well, capital T truth, which is, rooted in unconditional love, doesn't need defending. So if we feel like we have to defend, like in a fencing fight, on guard, defend. Psh. It's like, no, we don't need to. And we can realize that what's happening is our fears are being ignited. When arguments happen, I'm going into fear. And when it starts to it's like, okay, I know, like, with family, friends, whoever, when someone's saying something, you start to feel that and I'm already plotting my counter attack on them. Well, if you feel that way, what about blah 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 blah? And we're not really listening to them. We're just not responding, we're reacting to our fear. But when we start to fill it up, we take a deep breath, step back, and go, all right, this feeling is my inner child feeling unsafe or out of control. Post arguments, we can look at what was I fearing and transform those fears, because wonderfully, you both have chosen to be siblings in this lifetime for moments such as these, to be mirrors, to show each other what you want to see, what's being brought up. If you're just in harmony all the time, there would be no growth. This is a time of growth. And so when you're able to look at it and go, okay, so what am I fearing about what my sister is saying? Am I fearing that she's right about what she's saying and that I'm wrong? Or is that she's right about something that she's saying about me to me? Um, or what do I fear, you know, is happening? And what is at the root of that fear? So we discover it. It's like, well, they're just being selfish. It's like, okay, so really at the fear is my little inner child fears if they're being selfish, I'm not gonna have everything I need. When we look at go like, no, I'll have everything I always need. This is important to them and they're very passionate about it. So I want to listen to my sister and because her little inner child feels unsafe and out of control. And if I battle with it, is that going to make them feel safer? No, it's going to make them double down and the inner child even more scared. So instead, we can say, all right, before we go any further, I just want you to know, sister of mine, I love you. And I want what's best for us. So let's talk about this. Let's talk through this. Let's find out what's going on. And we'll find out what's best for both of us together. Boom. Defensiveness down, love filling, care, and not where no one's listening and we're just plotting how we're gonna what we're gonna say next and how we're gonna respond and to whatever their little thing they said was. And I'm gonna win. There's no winners in that. So the Nine of Swords talks about getting to all this is designed to help you get to the root of your fears. I like that. So that's what's coming in for you there. Hopefully that helps. Almighty great chords. All right. Many blessings. And then Lynx Lee, you wanted a general reading. And all right. So you've got here the Magician card, which is the first card in the major arcana. And it's all about being aware of your energies. The magician with their magic wand, you know, it's like you're Harry Potter realizing that, oh my God, you are a wizard and you had no idea. And so you're like, okay, so I'm going to be aware of where I'm pointing my energy because you're so much more powerful and in charge of your life than you realize. And wherever you point that, your energy, whatever you focus on, is what grows and expands. And as you're going through each moment, there's no right or wrong choices. There's just different experiences that come from those. When I focus on higher vibrational, unconditional love, enjoying laughter and peace and gratitude, I feel expansive. I feel empowered. I feel mighty and I feel limitless. And that's what comes with that higher vibrational energy. When I'm focusing on my lower vibration, my small teachers of fear, then I feel limited. I feel powerless. I feel small. And then all those other emotions that are rooted to fear, anger and betrayal and sadness and depression and um, all those delicious lower vibrational, you could probably make the list, right? So this is a message of if I don't like what I'm feeling and experiencing in my life, then I change my vibration. If I focus in on what I'm hating, lower vibration, I draw and grow that. If I focus on what I'm missing, I'm telling the universe I enjoy missing things, so it pushes things further away. Same thing with what I want. If I'm focused on wanting or what I'm afraid of coming into my life or leaving, I'm self-fulfilling a lot of my stuff because when I'm want, I push things away from me. And instead of asking the universe, this is what I'd like in my life, I release it to you and I start having gratitude for that I have all this stuff in my life. And when you live a life of gratitude, it just brings in more and more because that's what we're attracting. It's things that match our vibration. So this magician is whatever you send out is what you have that comes back. Whatever I focus on, I draw to me. So awareness around all of that, I feel, is what they want you to know right now, Linksley. So if you are having trouble with someone or something, like someone, make a list of everything you're grateful for them and focus on those things, not who they're not being, because then we just expand that, right? If it's a job, I hate my job. Oh, there we go. Focusing on what I hate. I'm just going to grow that. But instead, what do I love about my job? What am I grateful for in my job? Our energy changes, the outside world changes. The world doesn't change from the outside in. We see the world as we are, not as it is. So as we change, our world changes right before our very eyes. So I like that. All right. So that's really what they have for you. So many blessings. I know I can continue to talk. Right. So hang in there. Right. And then Pinky Tawari, you'd like a love reading. All right. Well, you got the King of Swords coming in here. Now, I feel like this is an air sign that's coming your way. I do feel like this represents a person for you. And I like it. I'm not sure what sign you are, but I feel like you don't mind having someone who is intellectually stimulating and great communicator, but they're really caught up in thinking. So you would ask them, "How do you feel about me?" And they'd be like, does not compute, because feelings are something that's meshed in between their thinking, because I feel like they're like in their heads, right? So you'd go, "So how do you think about me?" "Oh, blah, 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 blah," right? And you'll feel like you will pick up the emotions interwoven between their thoughts. Because, oh, they say this is what they mean emotionally. It's like you're bilingual, you speak both mind and heart. They speak mind. So when they do that, you convert it for your heart. You interpret for your heart. Heart, this is what they mean when they say that. Oh, I like this for you. That's funny. But they definitely have, like, I feel like it's a definitely an air sign. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra coming in here. And just remember that when your heart is like, "Well, they don't ever tell me that." And they're like, "Well, they haven't learned your language yet." And they're like, "Okay." Not that they can't. I just feel like they haven't had the necessity to learn to speak from the heart. Instead, they speak their mind. But they're great communicators, so I feel like they, again, emotion is interlaced within the thinking and the speaking. Sorry, there's a fly. No, 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 you can't make a guest appearance. All right. All right, so that's what they have for you there. Pinky, so many blessings to you. And then we have Anjou 777. How will your divine counterpart be? All right. Eight of Pentacles. I like this. So, we talk a lot about caterpillars and butterflies, and I feel like they are a butterfly. They've put in the blood, the sweat, the tears. They've, made that progression in their life where they're they've been through enough things in their life that they have transformed. And they're not a caterpillar, and you are a butterfly, and you've been looking for a butterfly because caterpillars are, slow, and they like leaves, but you want nectar, and you wanna travel, and you wanna be able to go places, and you have wings to fly, but they kinda take their time, and these are the old people that you've had relationships with, and you're just like, "I want a butterfly," and this person is a butterfly. They are someone who does love that. Both traveling intellectually, traveling emotionally, traveling physically, energetically. I just feel like they, have this excitement and adventure for life, kind of fiery, air signy kind of energy coming into. But they have made a lot of progress and a lot of progression. The blood, the sweat, the tears, and they've had the results that come in from it. So I like that for you. So that's what they got for you right now, Anjou. So many blessings. I like it. They like to travel internationally. Makes me think of Sagittarius. They like international travel. But so that's what's coming in. Another little tidbit of your future divine counterpart. So many blessings. And then Shiv Shakti, energy reading between you and the Leo. All right. Well, not surprised that we have fire between you and the Leo. Five of Wands is a transformation of energy as you understand the confliction of energy that comes in here. I feel like, the Leo they really want passion. They really want that energetic and physical attraction and action upon all that. And I feel like that's where some of this comes in here, because it's like, but I want more than that. Oh, it's funny that I just looked down here and I saw this saying passion on one of these little charms. It's like that's what it is. It's passion, it's wantingness, it's you know, this is the way that they have been shown love in their life, and so that's what means love to them. And I feel like it's discovering each other's love language is very important. Theirs is touch, and I'm gonna take this fly out. Whoopsh. But there's this, you know, discovering what your love language is and communicating that love language when the time is right. But I feel like you just need to know that that's how they are shown, how they seek or how they're shown love is through affection, touch, and that's their primary love language. Love languages are touch, being told that you're loved. Um, it's like gifts, time, and service, like doing something for someone. So those are like the five love languages, right? And I feel like that's important for you to know that and to be okay with that. I feel like that's, we're like, I want someone to want me, just not just because of my affection and that, but that's how they are shown that they're loved. And if you share with them how you want to, have your how love shown to you, then and they do that, then it's like, all right, well, we just have an understanding that, I'm not just a booty call or that I'm just this, but that this is showing you that I care about you. So I feel like it's an important energy to be aware of. So that's what's coming in there. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Madam Bird, hello, hello. You are very welcome for answering your last question. And you want to know if any love connection or message from B or D. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you got the Four of Cups coming in here. And, the Four of Cups is emotional stability coming in. And, you know, because you want this from either one, but this Four of Cups is all about turning inward and upward to find the self love with this Ace of Cups that's on the bottom down here. This is your self love, and these are the loves of the outside world. There might even be a third person out there with these three cups where it's like, okay, what are these mirrors of love? What are they showing me about me and how I feel about myself? Right? Because it's like the love connection and the messages of love I'm looking for, they can't give me. It's all here, right? It's I turn inward and upward and I find the love I'm looking for, and then I feel full and overflowing. Then the love connections are different because I can't love others more than to the extent I love myself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent I love myself. And so if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to give out, all they're going to get is drip, drip. And who knows whatever their love connection is over there. But all I can give them is a drop, a drop. And no matter how much love they're able to give that gets outside of their love connection, let's say they're really self loving, rare, but let's see if it comes, if they flood this, it's still just going to be drip, drip, drip. Right. So my heart is starving for affection and love and connection because the outside world has a lot of clogged pipelines. And I'm only getting a drop here, a drop there, and I'm only giving a drop here, a drop there. So in our day and age, we have a lot of emotionally starving people because we haven't been taught to find our self love from inward and upward. We're taught to seek the definition and sustenance of our heart in the outside world. But as we turn inward and upward, that's where that emotional stability comes in. That's where this, you know, solid foundation comes in. And we don't stop wanting love from the outside world. We just stop needing it. And then a beautiful thing that happens is where love is falling short. when we fill up on the inside and overflowing, when they give to us, it's above and beyond extra. So what was disappointing and unfulfilling becomes above and beyond extra and abundant and overflowing. So not only do we feel this wonderful win-win of feeling that love come in from above and fill us up and overflow, we're also feeling, wow, this is even above and beyond out here. We start living a life where we feel emotionally stable instead of like emotionally hangry, hungry, angry, right? So that's what's coming in for you, Madam Bird. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, right? So many blessings. All right. And then Infinity, thank you for your donation earlier. And here is your free reading. So you had a disturbing dream last night. A bomb went off. What does Spirit have to say about it? Two words: full moon. Yeah. King of Pentacles. You are safe. You are secure. Didn't have anything to do with the outside world. King, he rolls over the outside world. So solid foundation out there. So this has to do with this full moon emotional energy that's, communicating in your world. So they just want you to know right off that you're safe in the physical world from any bomb going off. That it's not about the physical world. This is about um, your inner world that's going on. Yeah. And they told me to look at the bottom of the deck. You got the Tower card. Boom. Here's the explosion. The bomb is just about something that you're fearing is going to be removed out of your life. It's like subconsciously or consciously or both, that you're just concerned about something that is going to be suddenly destroyed or fall apart in your life or move away in your life. And so whatever this fear is that you have of something falling away, I love the Tower card with the King of Pentacles combo for you, because it's about realizing everything that happens in our life is for us. If something does blow up, like it's what do they call it? When they destroy a building, um, like it's condemned, and so they call in a destruction. It's not destruction team, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's like they come in and they blow something up to, then they clear away because it's old and it needs to be redone, and so they move it all away, and then they create something more that comes into the life, something that is more in alignment with your higher self, and with King of Pentacles too. That's for your it's for your own good, and we can trust that, that we're able to have, that um, movement of things out of our path for us in order to, um, have that come in. It's bugging me. I know I think it's like a demolition. Thank you, Spirit. Or whoever sent that to me. You're sitting there going, Zen, demolition, 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 demolish, right? And so that's what's coming in here. That's what was the root of that, is that it's just something that they're showing you it's okay. And the destruction of it is for you, so you can trust it. Though when a bomb goes off, it's like but just know that it's happening on purpose for you. It's not happening to you. So I like that. Right. So many blessings to you, Infinity. And then Mega V, you said full moon blessings. And I was like, oh, you're wishing full moon blessings. And then I'm like, no, I think you were wanting what Spirit was like, no, they want to know what full moon blessings are coming in for them. So if that's the case, I don't think they'd lie. But regardless, you get a little bonus here, if not. So you have the Queen of Swords, which is a balancing of the head and the heart. And that is a blessing that comes in here, because full moon energy, boy, this Capricorn full moon definitely expands our emotions. Whatever we're feeling, full moon just is like takes your emotion and goes magnify, 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 right? But because it's Capricorn, they're big thinkers. They're grounding energy. They're an earth element, but they're big thinkers too. So it's like there's this balancing of this energy. And of course, if you haven't taken a look at the pick a card for the Capricorn full moon, there is talks about how to make the most of the releasing energy of this full moon, and then also, there's a pick a card for that too. So I feel like if you haven't checked it out, be sure you do. I feel like there's additional messages for you regarding the blessings of it, but the Queen of Swords, definitely has this. It brings things into clarity. It brings the emotions into check with the mind, and it brings the mind stuff in check with the emotions. So whatever emotions you've been feeling kind of feel balanced. Whatever overthinking we're doing feels balanced, and it just feels like a good you know a good solid feel. You don't feel way in either direction. And these days, in this age, I consider that a blessing, right? Right. So that's what they have for you, Mega V. So many blessings to you. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up. So Taurus's current feelings towards you. All right. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, and here's Taurus Earth energy, but they're kind of focused here with the Queen of Pentacles. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing themselves, looking for new birthing. I feel like when they do feel towards you, that because they're ruled by Venus, I feel like they really see your divine feminine energy, and they really feel that nurturingness, that feel that comes in with all of that. So I like that they recognize that you have that ability, and who you are, but they also are really focused in on their self-love and their self-worth and their nurturing of themselves right now. So if they feel like they've pulled back or not, like feel like they're outstretching, it's because they are focusing in on just transforming some inner things, giving themselves that attention that's coming in. So that's what they have for you, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. And then Lucky, you are up next. Let's see, we've only got a couple more here, a few here, three left here, with including Lucky. So hang in there. We're almost done, everybody. So Lucky, you want to know the upcoming civil service test for the railroad transformation. Will it come to fruition? With an all yes, 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 future job. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit says here. Well, you do have the Judgment card here, which the Judgment card is your higher self calling you to this higher place. I almost feel like there's a different place for you. I mean, we'll pull here. I feel like they're saying just that there's something more in alignment with your soul, with your higher self, and what you want to do, and how you uniquely want to share the love in your heart with the world. Um, yeah, because you have something. You have the Ten of Cups, which is following your heart, something that makes your heart feel full and overflowing. So I feel like you might, do okay on it or whatever. I just don't feel like it's going to make you feel fulfilled and happy. I feel like you don't put your mind at ease because maybe money, and maybe it's people have told you this is what you should do. This is what will is like your life, and you're like, okay, I'll do that. But your heart's going, no, that's what the mind wants. But what about me? I want to say so. And I feel like there is something that both your mind and your heart can come to agreement on that they would like to do in your life. And I feel like that's what this calling is. It's something different that's more in alignment with what will make your heart feel full and dream come true. I feel like you would do like fine with getting that as a future job, but I don't feel like you'd be happy in it. I feel like you'd feel stuck very quickly. And then you're like, well, what else? So that's what's coming in there, Lucky. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Star, you are up. So will you be hired when you apply this month? And would it be a good opportunity? You got the Five of Pentacles coming in here. And the Five of Pentacles is all about change of the outside world, moving from this place of lack to a feeling of abundance. So I like that. One, it kind of feels like, well, this is a transformation, but the transformation takes some energy for it to happen here as you go into applying, coming in here. I don't feel like this opportunity is going to be any different. It's not bad. It's not like amazing. It'll do. But the Five of Pentacles is this feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left on the cold, not being good enough, and doubting our worth and what we can bring. And I feel like this change that can happen here through all this process is realizing that it's not humans and humanity that bring us what we need in each moment, our sustenance, it's creator, it's spirit, it's the universe. And unlike humans who do abandon us, who do, when they freak out, they will go into survival mode and snatch back any support. But spirit, they don't source. They have endless resources. They don't go into fear. They don't, have that, you know, um, tendency at all. They don't have that. It's just not them. We can trust them. I mean, here I am, 57 years old, and I've never gone hungry. I've never not had anything that I haven't needed in my life, or I'd be dead right now. And so creator and spirit have a great trust built between us, knowing that I'm always going to have everything I need in each moment. And this is the transformation that happens through all this here, that instead of looking to humans to bring us what we need, job opportunities or whatever, we're like, are they going to do that? That's that's where we have all that uncertainty, right? Who knows? you know Humans can be stupid, right? They cannot see what a great catch I am to have as their employee. So it's always like, oh, I don't know. But creator knows who we are. We trust them. So we know that we can ask them, show me, if you would please, the perfect job for me and bring those opportunities. I'm so grateful that you're going to show me, that you provide me every moment. And look, I'm so grateful for everything you've given me in my life, all the abundance, all this, all that. And it's like, all right, then we're like, things change, the transformation changes. Instead of these feelings of lack and energy that tell the universe, I want to feel lack. Can you keep things from me, please? To I'm so grateful. And it brings in abundance, it brings in opportunities. So I feel like it's such an important piece of all this is that you will, if you can change that, going, the humans are just a delivery company, like you order something from Amazon, um, it comes through UPS, right? And the UPS driver or postal, in this case, don't have it delivered by an Amazon truck because that gets confusing. They're sending it by UPS or post office. They're not the ones providing it. They're just the ones bringing it to us. But Amazon was the one, and even Amazon is not the one who did it, right? It was created by someone else to be delivered to us through all these shipping companies to us. Then when we realize that, then we work on our relationship with creator, and then we see the manifestation of things in the outside world. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what's coming in for you right now, Star. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have Vidi Jalan. Hello, hello. And messages that your higher self have for you regarding your self-growth. All right, let's take a look here. Wow, Ace of Wands. Yeah, so much of your life is all about your energy and your focus, right? I know with the Ace of Wands, it's whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And one of the big ahas that we have in our life is that we're not little babies in a baby seat in the back seat and someone else is driving the car, creator or whoever, that we are the ones driving a huge bus, right? And I'm the driver and the creator is my co-pilot, and they've got all the snacks and they control the radio and the air conditioning or heater and the heated seats or whatever. They also plug in the navigation system, what our energy is telling them. So if I'm focusing on my fears, like, oh, you want to go to Fearland? Let me put that in. Oh, I miss this. Oh, you want to miss things more? Here, I know the route to keep us away from what you're wanting, because our energy is what telling them to put into the nav system. And so whatever we focus on is what we're drawing in. And then also, um, our spiritual posse are all these. I like looking at it as like a puppy bus, where all these puppies who are like so excited to go for a ride. They don't care where we're going. Creator doesn't care. They're everywhere. They're like, wherever you want to go, I'm going to be there waiting because I'm everywhere. And so they're like, I don't care where we go. I'm everywhere already. And so we choose our destination, we choose where we're going to go, and we choose the adventure that we have. And so this Ace of Wands, it's important for us to realize, what destination am I plugging into the GPS through my energy? And when we're looking at our self growth, it's being aware of that, because every moment is an energetic choice of higher vibration or lower vibration. Neither is right, neither is wrong. They just bring us different experiences. And so when we realize for our growth that no experience is wrong, and when I'm tired of experiencing something, I can experience something else strictly because of where I focus my energy will change things. It's like, all right, I've had enough of that. I want to go this way. And they're like, all right, at next right, you know, next exit, take a right. And so there is this alteration of course that happens. And there's no wrong destination, and we get to, go to wherever we're wanting to go. So I feel like there's this freedom that comes with that, and this empowerment that comes with all of that. And the Ace of Wands is stepping into our power, holding our magic wand and going, where to next? Right? So hopefully that helps with your path in your journey. And I love that for you. And that's what they have. If I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I will be back on in 2 hours, less than 2 hours, for my evening session. And I'll be on tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then also on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday mornings, I'm on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I'll be returning back. Usually within the hour before, I'll post a little, um, you know, announcement. So be sure to, if you're subscribed, to make sure to have your notifications set to all, so you'll be notified of those as well. You can jump in early and post your questions. All right, everybody. Thanks for all the thumbs up and for all the love and support. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. And remember, every second of every day of our lives, we truly are unconditionally and eternally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon.